Hey guys, I am coming with a foundation declutter. I've separated my collection with things that I can get at Sephora and Ulta, and then I'm going to do a separate declutter video for my drugstore foundations. To do it in one is just entirely too much. I've separated these foundations by brand in alphabetical order. My nickname is Alphabetti, so I do have a thing about organizing things in alphabetical order. I will give a glimpse at my drugstore foundations to show you why doing this in one video is just overwhelming. Hold on. So this is just a glimpse at the drugstore foundations that I have. And that's why I separated them by things I can buy at the drugstore. A couple of them are like things that I've ordered online, but that are fairly inexpensive versus the things that I get at Sephora and Ulta, minus the Sephora collection and the Ulta collection. I put those over there in drugstore as well. So this will be a video coming up soon. They're not in alphabetical order yet, but they are separated by brand. Okay, we're going to hop right into the declutter because I feel like this might take a while. First up, we have the AJ Crimson. This is the cream foundation in the color 3. I did not really... Wow. Okay, so didn't see that coming. I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of this. 1, it's broken. 2, I'm not really sure how many uses I actually got out of this. I definitely used it, but it's hard to tell how many. I am not the biggest cream foundation person. Although this really does look like it could have been a pretty good shade match. But I have not used this in quite some time. As a matter of fact, I forgot that I even owned it. So this one can go. And the fact that the top came off makes that an even easier decision. We're off to a good start. Next up, we have 2 foundations that I have by Anastasia Beverly Hills. First is the Stick Foundation. This is in the shade Cool Golden. This stick foundation, I have a love-hate relationship with stick foundations. A lot of times they are very tugging on the skin and hard to apply and don't blend out very well. And this particular one I'm just not in love with. So I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. The Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation, I have the shade 440C. This is not going anywhere. I really like this. It has a nice, natural, radiant type finish. It reminds me a lot of the NARS foundation, which will be coming up later. And I'm not getting rid of this one. This is one of the ones that came out this year, and I really like it. So it is going to stay. Next, we have Bare Minerals. So I bought my Bare Minerals product. This is the Bare Minerals Matte Foundation in the color Golden Tan. These are powders. And this is the Bare Minerals Blemish Remedy in the color Clearly Amber. I don't know if it's, I just didn't know what I was doing, but when they talk about Bare Minerals, like, oh, you're barely wearing makeup. Well, that's not why I wear makeup. So I don't think Bare Minerals is for me. I want to wear, if I'm going to wear makeup, I'm going to wear makeup. If I want to barely wear it, I'm just going to not wear it. So these can go. And these 2 are the Complexion Rescue products. I have them in the shades Chestnut and Spice. I wore these for a while. They're a tinted hydrating gel cream, and that's exactly, I think that's described perfectly. They're not going to give you a ton of coverage, just a little bit to slightly help you even out skin tone, like if you're just not trying to look completely done up, but don't want to look like The Walking Dead either. But I've had these for quite a while and haven't reached for them in forever. So I am going to get rid of these. Okay, so this is the Beauty Bakery Cake Mix Demi Matte Foundation. I have the shade 27. Sorry guys, in the shade 27. So I've had this for a while, and actually when I first purchased this foundation, I had a darker shade. So the thing about this oxidizes, and it gets like 2 shades darker than it originally comes out of the pump. This is very matte. It's to be used with an oil, like they have that in the directions, and I bought that darker shade and then I repurchased my correct shade. And honestly, you guys, I've had this for a very long time and I used it for the first time yesterday. I was like, let me take out the Cake Mix foundation and see what's going on. And I think that if okay, we're going to see how this is going. But I think that if I wouldn't have come across the Instabake Aqua Glass foundation, then I may have hung on to this for a little bit just to try it out. But I'm going to go ahead and let this go. I have found myself veering away from the matte foundations, even though I have combination oily skin. I like more of a natural finish, or I even like a dewy finish if I can just stay that dewy that I was at the beginning of the day and not end up greasy. So this is very, very matte. If you're looking for something that's going to keep you very matte, then the Cake Mix foundation is for you. For sure. You are going to need to oil your face to ensure that you're able to blend that out, but I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. These right here, the Instabake Aqua Glass foundation, these aren't going anywhere. Okay, I absolutely love the finish of these foundations. So I have 4 of them in my hands. 3 of them are 317W, which is my shade. I have the one that I'm using and 2 backups. I actually just pull these out of the box for the declutter purposes, but they're going back. They're for my backups when I run out of this one, and when I run out of the next one, I will have the next one. The other one is in the shade 329. Sorry, 329 WN. This is what I use to mix with other foundations. Like I will use this for a darker foundation to help lighten it up a little bit, or a darker foundation that's also too matte to help with the finish of it. So this is what I have in my mix. So that's why it looks barely used, because I just use a small amount to help even out other foundations. But 317W is my jam, and these will go nowhere. Next, I have the foundation by Beauty Blender. This foundation was super controversial. A lot of people were looking forward to it when it came out because, I mean, come on, it is Beauty Blender. Like, everyone loves a Beauty Blender. Although it's not my favorite sponge, but, you know, overall, Beauty Blender had a really good name. And so when it came out that they were coming out with foundations, everyone was super hyped. Also, they had a new design, something that we don't typically see from foundation bottles, where you can actually there's a cutout here for the sponge. The pump pumps the foundation into this area, so you don't have to worry about pumping on the back of your hand. It had a lock switch so that when you travel you don't have to worry about the foundation squirting. So it had a lot of good things going for it. The thing that it didn't have going for it was the shade range. I was able to get my shade 4.20, and I actually do like this foundation. I haven't used it in quite a while. It says Liquid Whip Longwear Foundation. I think that, I think I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep it, and I'm actually going to put it in the forefront of my foundations and try to use it a couple times just to make sure that I like it how I think I like it. And if it's just kind of okay, it can go. But right now, I'm going to hold on to it. Next is Becca. So, let's see here. This is the Becca Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation in the color Amber. So, oily girls, this foundation, the Ever Matte, is really for you. It is forever matte. However, Amber is not my shade in Becca. It is too light for me, so this can go. Although it is really good for oily skin. Too light. Next, this is just a little, I think I got this from Sephora, like, you know, spend $35, get this or something like that. But this is also the Ultimate Coverage in the shade What shade is this? Maple. Okay, well, I'm going to keep this because I am the shade Maple in Becca, and this is really good to take when traveling because this is several days of foundation in this little tube, and I don't have to worry about things breaking or using up a whole lot of space in my liquid plastic bag when I'm flying. So this can stay. Sweet. Same foundation, ultimate coverage. This is the larger one in the shade Maple, and it is staying as well. This has full coverage, and it really super pretty, you guys. It's thick. Ooh, okay, yep. It's thick. The shade, it's not like my perfect shade match. I don't have a perfect shade in Becca because amber is too light and maple is like a slightly too orangey on me, but I make it work with concealers and setting powders and things like that. But I like the finishes on it and the finish on it, so that's why I stick with it. This is another ultimate coverage, and this is in the shade amber as well, so like we already said, this amber can go. Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation. I wasn't feeling this at first. This is in the shade Maple. However, I think I was expecting the wrong things from it. I was expecting like, I don't know why I was expecting this, like something similar to the ultimate coverage, just I guess because it's Becca, but this is not like that. It is a weightless blur foundation. This isn't supposed to give you full coverage. And once I accepted it for what it was, I actually do like it for those lighter days. So this is in the shade Maple, and I am going to keep this. Next, we're going to move on to Benefit. This is obviously a little sample that I got, something from Ulta. It is the Hello Flawless Oxygen Wow foundation. I don't even know if they still sell that foundation. I had it in the shade Amber. And I really like this sample, but I never did actually, am I still in the frame? Yeah, I never did actually buy the foundation. Not sure why, but this little sample can go. Moving on to Bobbi Brown. This is the Bobbi Brown Skin Longwear Weightless Foundation. This is full coverage. It does help control oils. I really like the finish of this on the skin. I have it in the shade, what shade is this, you guys? 6.5 Warm Almond, and I love this foundation. It's not going anywhere. We're keeping this. This is the Bobbi Brown Longwear Foundation, Longwear Even Finish Foundation. This is in the shade 6 Golden. I never could get down with this one. And I don't like the smell. The smell is weird. Bobbi Brown has a kind of distinct fragrance anyway, but this particular one really just did not agree with me. And I'm not one of those persons who typically get off-put by smells, but this one can go. Combined with the fact that I didn't really like the finish or anything, it can go. Then the Bobbi Brown Stick Foundation. This is in the shade, hold on, let me see if I can figure it out. I can't figure it out, so I'm not really sure what shade that I have in this. Let's swatch it. That looks too light. If I had to guess, it's probably 6 Golden. I was 6 Golden for a while, and that was actually a match, but 6 Golden just does not work for my skin tone anymore. I'm 6.5 now, so it can go. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. I have it in the shade 12.5 and 11. So I bought 11. 11 was too light for me, and then I bought 12.5. 12.5 I think will work way better in the summertime for me when I'm just slightly darker. So right now in the winter when I wear it, I mix in a little, get back over there, Bobby Brown. I mix in just a little 11 to make it work. So for right now, I'm going to keep both of these. And I know it's like, well, why didn't you get something in between there? Those didn't work either. So sometimes, you know, you have to mix. And I really do like this foundation. It has a really pretty finish. I do have the magic cream that I think is recommended to be used with, but I just have not. I've been prepping my skin differently. But I do plan on trying this with the magic cream and see if something magical actually happens. Clinique. This is the... Okay. All right. This is the Clinique Super Balanced Makeup. I have this in the shade 15 Golden. I don't remember anything about this foundation. It can go. Yeah. I don't recall this foundation or how I got it or anything like that. I don't even know how long it's been there. It can go. The Clinique Oh my God. My camera is being mad disrespectful. The Clinique Beyond Perfecting Foundation and Concealer. I have this in the shade Ginger. Sorry. I have this in the shade Ginger. Is this the one with that doe foot applicator? Oh yeah, I really like this. I like the applicator. I love foundations with pumps, but I do like ones with huge doe foot applicators as well. Yeah, no, I like this one. This can stay. I need to use this more. You know what? These hauls, or not hauls, these declutters kind of bring things to the forefront about things that you've kind of put in the back of your collection just over time because new things have come in, not because there's anything wrong with the product. And this is one that might have got a little lost in the cracks. Okay, next we got Cover FX. This is the Power Play foundation in the shade G80. It's not going anywhere. Actually, I don't even think there's that much in here, but the one thing that I do not like about this foundation is the actual packaging. I hate this squeeze tube because it's just not the easiest thing to squeeze out. If this would have had a pump or a doe foot, I would have loved it a lot more, but it doesn't. This is the Cover FX Custom Cover Drops. So I don't even know if this is considered foundation, and I've never used it. I think I've seen people use this like to alter other foundations to get it closer to their shade, and I just purchased it because, well, because life. But I haven't actually used this. I haven't customized anything. It can go. It can go. This is the Elsie Micro Silk Foundation. I have this in the shade Almond. I just got this. I haven't even used it yet. So this isn't going anywhere. I don't really have anything to say about it because I have not tried it. It came in the mail just a couple days ago, but I am looking forward to it. I'm not exactly sure if this is my shade or not. So I ordered this from Elsie. I may order another one from Ulta because I just saw where I saw someone else say recently that, okay, so this is so silky. Wow. It's silky. I'm interested. I might wear this today, but it's not going anywhere because I haven't tried it. I don't know if I like it or not. Do I even have to? Estee Lauder Double Wear? No. This is a makeup girl's staple. Like you keep one of these. When I first got into makeup, I feel like everyone that I watched on YouTube were like, the two things that you can always depend on are your Estee Lauder Double Wear and your Lancome what is it? Lancome Tintidol? Y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyway, this isn't going anywhere. I'm not sure if this is even my correct shade. I think I could do better. The lighting, I got this from Belt, And the lighting in our store sucks. I feel like the lighting at a lot of makeup counters sucks, and then you don't know what the heck you look like until you walk outside and you're like, what? But regardless, it is staying. You guys, if I drop one more foundation, Fenty. Okay. These are the original formula for the Fenty, the Soft Matte, Pro Filter Soft Matte, I think is what it's called. I have it in the shade 570 as well as 590. I figured out later, once they dropped more shades, that I was shade 585. So I mix these currently. I hardly reach for these, to be honest. And I'll tell you why. It's because the hydrating foundation is so much better. Like, and it's so crazy, and I hear so many other people say this, like, especially people who have oily skin, that a lot of us prefer the hydrating formula over the soft matte, which you wouldn't think would be the case. But because of that, I hardly reach for these at all. Oh, God. Am I going to declutter Fenty? It seems wrong, like, but you guys, yeah, I think I am. Riri, I'm sorry. The soft mattes can go. They're just not as good as the hydrating. And if I'm going to be honest, as long as these, you can't see that, as long as these are right by each other, I'm going to reach for this one 10 times out of 10. I'm not going to reach for those. So, and it's the shade that I have. So I have this one in 385, and I have to mix these two, 370 and 390. They can go. 385 can stay. I didn't see that coming. This is getting wow. Okay. This is the Fiona Styles Matte Finish Foundation Concentrate. These were on sale. I think I got them from Ulta, and I think it was like on sale because I think it's a brand that they decided to no longer carry. So I got it for super cheap. I don't remember how much, but it was super cheap because I feel like, because I hadn't heard of Fiona Styles, and maybe it's something popular that I just wasn't aware of, I don't think this is a brand that I would have ever looked at on my own. But that price though was like foundation for how much? Like, I'm pretty sure it was like less than $10. So I picked it up. I got 2 shades. They didn't really have any testers out, so I just grabbed 2 thinking, okay, let me get a dark one just in case this one's too light. I can always bring it down some. But if I remember correctly, the lighter one was actually perfect. Let's see. I think it was. And the darker one was way too dark. So, and I really liked it, which kind of sucked because it's like, well, I liked it, but obviously not enough. It's not like I used the whole bottle or anything. But, come. Okay. There we go. I really like this foundation, and I kind of forgot that it existed in my collection, but I'm going to keep it. I'm going to keep the one that actually worked for me. I would normally keep the darker things to use with lighter foundations to help even things out. So, but right now I'm going to put this in the it can go pile. And if I feel like I haven't kept a darker one, I may keep this one because I do like the finish on this. It is a matte finish, but it's not crazy matte. It's not dry my skin out. I'm begging my skin starts producing crazy oils because I put so, because it's so matte. So the darker one can go. The one that's my complexion can stay. This is the First Aid Beauty Triple Protection Skin Tint with Goji Berry, and it has SPF 30. I think, what is this, tan? This doesn't come in very many shades, but it's not a foundation per se. It is a skin tint. I use this maybe once, but I'm not ready to get rid of it. I feel like this is one of those, like I said, super light days, something you just kind of throw on to help you look not dead. So we're going to keep this one for now. I feel like maybe in a future declutter, that I will get rid of this next. Like, I'm going to possibly realize I don't reach for it the way that I'm hoping I do and really make the choice to get rid of it. But right now it can stay. This is a foundation stick by Flory Roberts. This is in the shade Praline. I used to use this all the time underneath my eye as a highlight. Like, I bought a foundation stick to highlight an eye. It's dry, but I loved it. This is back in the day, y'all. But it can go. I haven't picked this up in forever, and I just would not now like tug under my eye the way that I was back then. I love concealers, liquid concealers for highlighting purposes, not foundation sticks. So that can go. Fresh Beauty, another foundation that I've just lost the top on. I don't know what happens to the tops of my foundations, but they disappear. This is the Fresh Pure Flesh Foundation. I have this in the shade 28 Cafe. I haven't given this a fair shot. I don't remember anything about this foundation either. I think I may have used it once. That's if I've used it. I'm not sure if I've used this or not. Or if I just like checked it for the color, which yeah, I can't get rid of it. Okay, so this isn't like high-end or anything, but I'm pretty sure you can only find Flesh, and I may have said Fresh a couple seconds ago, but I think you can only find this in Ulta, so that's why I put it in here. And I can't remember which side of the store that it's on. You know, they have the prestige side, and then they have like drugstore side, and I'm not 1,000% sure which side this is on, but I'm pretty sure you can only get this brand in Ulta, so I kept it in here. And there's two other brands kind of like that aren't exactly like high-end. This one, Beauty Bakery, and if you see kind of at the top of the camera, there's Juvia's Place up there. Those aren't expensive by any means, but that's where I got them from, so I kind of kept them here. Next is the Guerlain. Don't get me the line on pronouncing this. Guerlain L'Essentiel Natural Glow Foundation for 16 hour wear. Certain things I have to pull closer to me. Sorry, you guys. This is in the shade 5N. Oh, wow. They put an actual expiration on this. How did they know when I opened it? It expires April 2021. So I'm good on that. This has SPF in it. It does. Yes, it does have SPF 20 in it. I like this. First of all, the packaging though. Don't mind the foundation on it. But this packaging, it just screams oui, oui, my foundation. Ooh, it's so fancy. Like, I love this. This may be one of my favorite bottles of foundation. Like, just to look at. Just to look at. So, if anything other than that, I would definitely keep it. But, I actually do like the foundation as well. So, it just has a, like, just how it says, a natural glow. Come on. There we go. It gives a natural glow to the skin. It's not something that I wear every day or anything like that. And it was a little pricey, not gonna lie. But I wanted to try it. The bottle intrigued me. Sometimes packaging will get me. I'm a sucker. What can I say? So yeah, this one stays. Oh, wait. I missed one. I missed the foundation because these were in order, but it was off to the side. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. Sorry, guys. This is the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue. I have it in the shades 127, 129, and 131. So when I first bought this foundation, what shade did I get? 127. 127, and it was two. No, I actually bought two at a time because they had a buy one get one free, I want to think, on Dose of Color. So I got 127 and 129, and I felt like both of those were too light for me. So then on my own, I went and purchased 131, which I think 131 is actually my shade, because I was like, oh, I'll go darker and then I can mix. But wait, no, it's not. Maybe I've been using 129 with a splash of 131. Yeah, I've been mixing. This is 131, this is 129. 127 is just way too light. So I'm going to keep 129 and 129, 131. I'll keep that. 127, which is way too light, it can go. Now we're to Hourglass. I have the Hourglass Immaculate Liquid Powder Foundation, mattifying and oil-free. This is in the shade Sable. If you are oily, I'm not talking combination. I'm talking your whole face just needs to be covered in grease. If this is still available, I'm not sure if Hourglass still has this. If this is still available, get this. It is matte. This is the definition of matte in a jar. It's too matte for me. It is too matte for me. Let's see. Dang, did I use it like that? I'm not sure if there's definitely some in here, because I stopped using this a while ago because it was just it was too incredibly matte. But yeah, if they do still make this, if this is still available and you're just looking for something to control your oils and you're just greasy all over, this is it. This is the Hourglass, what was it called? Vanish Stick Foundation. I have this in the shade Golden Amber. And oh, she light. This can go. Dang, I didn't see that coming. In my head, I was keeping this, but I just swatched it, and sometimes you just don't feel like trying to make everything work. And this is one of those things where I have to try to make it work. And I don't know if I love the foundation, like the finish of this, enough to try to make it work. It can go. Now I don't have any Hourglass in my collection. Maybe I'll try the liquid. Okay, this one, not high end, but I did buy them from Ulta, and I think Ulta is the only store you can get Juvia's Place in, so I kept it over here, but it's not high end. These are crazy affordable. These are the sticks, and I swear I have a third one, but I don't know where it is. So I have it in the shade Guinea and Mozambique. And Mozambique, that's Guinea, this kind of swatch here. Pretty sure it's Mozambique. It's my shade. Yeah, Mozambique is my shade. I do like these. So I'm going to keep Mozambique. I'm going to get rid of Guinea. It can go. It'd be a pretty good bronzer, cream bronzer shade though. But no, it can go. These are the full coverage. Oh my gosh, you guys. I Am Magic Velvet Matte Foundation. These are full. I'm talking full, okay? Like, you literally need less than a pea size amount to cover your entire face, all of your sins and transgressions. Like, it is so full. Now, the thing is, I kept trying to just get my perfect shade, because the fuller the foundation, the more on point you need to be with your shade. Because honestly, you could put on any one of these, almost anyone could put on any one of these, and because it's so full, it will cover up whatever your skin tone is underneath completely. However, that line of demarcation from where this foundation ends and your like neck and chest begin. If it's not right because it's so full, it looks even crazier as opposed to something that's a little sheerer that allows your skin to peek through. So the thing is, can I remember what's my shade? I have Somalia, Nairobi, Kampala, and Punta Cana. So I'm keeping Punta Cana and I'm getting rid of the other 3. I'll probably go back and just do swatches on my face later off camera just to verify I've picked the right shade. But either way, whichever the right one is, it's staying and the others can go. Kat Von D, this is the Lock-In Foundation. I am in the shade Medium 64. I had this in a lighter shade. It was too light for me. I got rid of that one. Got this one. This is another one. Are you oily? Do you like full coverage? Lock-It is for you. I haven't picked this up in quite some time. Oh God. Is there a lock on this or is it just... Oh, child. Is it locked? Can you lock this, you guys? Because I can't... Okay, well, guess what? Oh, it's coming out. Oh, okay. Okay, there we go. Dang. This looks neutral AF. Damn, was I wearing this? Are we serious right now? It can go. Jesus. Okay. This is the newest one. Let's see. The Kat Von D True Portrait. Y'all, I'm blind, so I have to bring it to my eyes. Sorry. True Portrait Liquid to Powder Foundation. I'm in the color Tan 70. This is similar to the packaging of the Power Play in that it has that little squeezy thing. The only difference is that they've put this little cutout here that actually does have give for squeezing. So it's a little easier, and this is more liquidy than the Cover Play by the Power Play by Cover Effect. Sorry, you guys. I don't know if I've given this one a fair shot, to be honest. I was interested, and then my interest left. So for right now, I'm going to keep it. And put this in my working project. And it's one of the ones that I'll give a quick evaluation. And if I'm not loving it, like I'm trying to keep things that I love, or things that are unique to my collection. So this is on the fence, but for right now, it gets a second chance. This is Kogendo. This is the Aqua Foundation in the shade 301. I got this from Sephora. So Sephora has 3 shades, or 3 darker shades of this foundation, 301, 302, 303. But this foundation is so good. So I hate that the shade range stinks. But I absolutely love this foundation. So I accidentally ordered 2. And that was a pure accident because I think this foundation is like $70 or 70 something dollars. And in my cart, I don't know how I added it twice. So when it came, I went, wait, I'm sorry, what happened? Like, I'm like, well, no. At first I was like, their mistake, looks at invoice. No, my mistake. You got charged for 2. Looks back at order. Yes, I did indeed order 2. So luckily for me, though, I do really like this foundation. And while this bottle looks full, if you could really see it, it is almost empty. Like the foundation is down. Oh my God. The foundation is actually down here. So I'm almost done with this one and we'll be ready to open up my second one. But this isn't going anywhere. This is such a luminous finish. This is not for... if you're looking for a matte finish, this isn't it. This is a aqua how it says aqua. Anything with aqua, this aqua foundation, Aqua Glass by Beauty Bakery, these are going to give you more of a glass type finish. And it's Kogendo, so like K-Beauty, that kind of thing. Really, really love it. Lancome. Okay. This right here, same status as this. These are staples. They don't go anywhere. So Lancome Tint Idol 24-hour makeup. I have it in the shade. I hate taking it away from you guys, but I have to see. 450 Suede in. Just like Estee Lauder, I'm not 1,000% convinced this is my shade. It's the shade that I got at the time. And this is crazy neutral. What? How do I be making this work? Do I look crazy? I might be looking crazy in the streets. This looks... No, it's not as neutral as that Kat Von D, but it's pretty neutral. I may go back and actually explore my shade, and if I'm able to get a better shade match, this one could go for a better shade match. But as far as the foundation, right now, if this is the only one I have, it stays. It's very long lasting, just like the Estee Lauder. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Cushion Foundation. I have one that I have not opened, and then the one that I have. I have super high hopes for this. And how do you get in here? Okay. This what the hell? Okay. All right. So, haha, there we go. I had high hopes for this, but this ain't it, Jack. I didn't like it. I can't tell you what I did not like about it. I don't know. Maybe it took me 2 hours to get into and I gave up. But, yeah, no, I don't reach for this. I'm not going to reach for this. I'm not even going to kid myself and think, oh, let me give it another try. I'm not going to do that. So these two can go. This is the Laura Geller BB Cream All-in-One Skin Perfecting Beauty Balm in the color Deep. I've had this for a while, and I do not use it. I know that I'm not going to use it. It is old. I'm afraid to even put this on my arm. So it can go. This is the Laura Geller Filter First Luminous Foundation. I have it in the shades Caramel and Cognac. I like this foundation. Now I have to remember which one is my shade. Okay, so Caramel is my shade. It can stay, and Cognac is not. It can go. This is a luminous finish foundation, but I actually really, really like the finish of this on my skin, and it's pretty full. It's like a luminous, but it's pretty full coverage. She thicky thick. She can stay. I should have done this with makeup wipes, but we're here now. This is Laura Mercier, a different Laura. This one is, y'all, what happened to this top? This cracking. I'm not sure what the heck happened here. But this is the Laura Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra Longwear Foundation in the color Pecan. Okay. I didn't like this foundation. I think part of it has to do with the color. It's quite orange, which this is the Laura Mercier Flawless Lumiere Radiance Perfecting Foundation. And I went and bought it in the same dang color, in Pecan, knowing that Pecan in this was Oompa Loompa on me. So I don't know if I'm a glutton for punishment. I haven't used this one yet. I just recently purchased the Lumiere. So I'm definitely not getting rid of that. And I want to hold on to the Flawless Fusion, which is a lot more matte, to see if this is too luminous. do I need to mix them to kind of get a finish that I would like? So these can stay for right now. If this one does well on its own, then Flawless Fusion can go. I just wasn't the biggest fan. It's not one of those things I can quite explain, but I mean, it's sat in the collection, and actually the look of this gives me the heebie-jeebies anyway. So this may be one I lose the cap on purpose. Or the back isn't like that. I can at least turn it to the back. There we go. There we go. Fixed. We're keeping her. MAC. Alright, let's start off with what's not going anywhere. This is the MAC Studio Fix Foundation. These are powders. I have them in NW44 and NW45. And I don't think either one of these are my shade. Not my perfect shade. I can make it work. But neither one of these are my shade. But I use these every single day. I use it to on top of my liquid foundations, and I use one to contour my nose. It just works every single day. These aren't going anywhere. This isn't even anything I have to think about. Matter of fact, I almost didn't even include these because I forgot. Like, I don't even think of these as foundations because I don't typically wear them like just for their foundation purpose. But I was like, oh wait, I do have another one that I just, honest to God, didn't feel like digging out. But I think that's the only foundation that I have that's not on camera, which is the Studio Tech, the cream, and it is actually going to get decluttered. It's old. Studio Tech is the fullest of coverage. Whoops. Okay, all right. This is the MAC Pro Long Wear Foundation in the color NW47. This is too dark for me. I was using this as a mixed foundation for a while, like, you know, for things that are too light. But I haven't reached for this in a long time. It can go. This is the MAC Face and Body Foundation. I don't know how to tell you what color I'm in because these aren't colors. I've had this for a super long time, and I want to, oh God, it's probably too old to even put on my face, y'all. But I low-key want to like keep it because I want to try it for those light days. Okay. Face and body, this isn't a whole lot of coverage. This is super light. It's super lightweight. I'm going to keep it and hope that my face doesn't break out all to hell. I got foundation all in my nails. Y'all excuse it, but I'm going to keep this one. This is, oh God, this is disgusting that I'm keeping this and it might put on my face because it is old. But we're going to see. And if I get a crazy breakout, then that's my fault. And yeah, I knew better. All right, Makeup Forever. You guys, I'm doing a lot better than I thought I was going to. I'm looking at the sides, and while I still am keeping a lot, I got rid of some things that I didn't see myself getting rid of when I started this video. So there's that. This is the Makeup Forever High Def Foundation. This is in the shade 178. This is not my shade. My aunt gave it to me and I use it to mix things. I actually have been wanting to try this foundation for forever. So I use it and I mix it with other things that are too light. But it can go, and I do plan on picking this up in 2020 in my correct shade. But this one can go. Okay. This Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin 24 hour. I have to be the clumsiest person with these foundations today. This is in the shade Y503. Oh wait, there's another foundation. It's the powder foundation. Similar to the Studio Fix. Makeup Forever has one, and I'm in I think I want to say Y505. It's not going anywhere. Wherever it is, it can stay there because I'm not decluttering that. I forgot about that. A lot of times I don't think about my powder foundations as actual foundations. So, yeah. But it's bomb. This, really good for oily skin girls. It is really good. It has really good, it's full coverage. It does have like an all day wear. Like I look good all day when I'm wearing this one. It is not going anywhere. This is the Ultra HD Perfector. I don't know where did I order this? I don't know. It's in the shade 10. I don't know where this even came from. And I don't recall using it. It's a little dark. But because I don't even recall using it, I don't know what the formula is like or anything like that. I'm going to keep it to figure out what the formula is like. And if I really like it, maybe I'll see if it's something that I can get in my correct shade and in a larger size. So it can stay for now. Okay. This is the Marc Jacobs Shameless Foundation. I'm in the shade 10 Y470. I used this once. I do not remember it. But I don't remember not liking it, if that makes sense. So I am going to keep this around to really develop thoughts about it. But it's Youthless Look 24-hour foundation. And it has SPF 25 in it. Yeah, we're going to keep this one for now. I don't really have thoughts on it. I can't do a little mini review. Just wore it once. Milk Makeup. This is the Sunshine Skin Tint in the color Tan, if I'm not mistaken. I love this. I love this stuff. I've recommended it. Gotten it for other people. It has a roller ball. So you press, I'm trying to make sure. You press the bottom here. The product comes up in like a little flower pattern at the ball. And then you roll it onto the skin. Let's see. It is, yeah, I'm not trying to waste. And then it just rolls on here. Rolls onto the skin. I really, really, really like this. It's not going anywhere. It doesn't have heavy coverage. You can build it up a little bit, but it's not meant for that. It is a skin tint. So it has SPF 30 in it. And I use it for those purposes for light days, but it's just super nice, especially in the summertime. Like I went through this in the summertime. Where are we now? NARS. This is, let's start with this one. This is the NARS Sheer Glow Foundation. This is in the shade Macao. Macao is not my shade, but I really do like this foundation. So I'm going to get rid of this one, but in the future, not like right away, it's not like I'm desperate for it or anything like that. I will pick this back up in my correct shade, but Macao is not it. But you guys, like, the actual cap is in there. The bottle is all broken. Like, I've really used this, but the shade's not there, so I hardly go for it anymore. I have things that are better shade matches, so it can go. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation in the shade Caracas. Beautiful, beautiful foundation. A lot of comparison to the Anastasia Beverly Hills Luminous Foundation. A lot of people say you do not need both. I agree with those people. You do not need both. Very, very similar foundations on the skin. I think I do like the NARS just slightly better, but I mean, they're so close it doesn't really matter, but I'm keeping them both. Sorry for my squeaky chair. This is the NARS Velvet Matte Foundation Stick. I'm in the color Cadiz. I'm going to be honest with you. This was something that I would have been prepared to get rid of. Like I said, I'm not the hugest foundation stick girl, but I was watching, what was I watching? Yvette Loves Beauty. I was watching her channel, and I think it was in her, just yesterday, I want to say it's in her December favorites that she put this in, like to try to use up things that she has. and she was just talking about how good this was, and I was like, dang, I got that. Is it that good? And I'm like, I hadn't used it in a while, so I don't remember. So I want to hold on to it to try it out to see if I have those feelings that she had about it. If I don't, it can go. But right now, it gets another chance. Yvette saved this one because it was on its way out the door for sure. But I'm going to keep it around. This is the NARS Velvet Matte Skin Tint. Oh, another skin tint in the color Cuba. So, I haven't used this in a super long time either, but I remember really liking it. So, it's kind of weird that I don't use it. Because I was like, finally, something that I truly, truly like by MAC. I mean, not by MAC, Jesus. By NARS. That was like my correct tone and everything like that. I'm going to keep this. I'm going to keep this, and these two skin tints are in the same category. If I don't go to them and I'm not feeling them like that, then they can both go. This skin tint, however, is not going anywhere. This isn't on a trial. Milk is not on a trial. It's just gone. I'll keep the NARS. Next, we are getting there. It's Smashbox. So cluttered. Next is Smashbox. I got foundation on the table. It's okay. I'll clean it up. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 15-hour wear hydrating foundation. Oh, did I break that? Sorry guys, chair is squeaky. Foundations are falling everywhere. It is just a mess. Shooting these declutter videos, trying to stay in frame, trying to be able to see on my own. The struggle, first world problems. Anyway, I have this in the shade 4.1. I have two of these, as you can see, and I love this foundation. This is, yeah, I love it. It's not going anywhere. I wear this quite frequently, actually. These do have extremely long wear on them, so if you're needing something like you wake up super early in the morning, you don't get home till late at night, and you still want to look put together, this is a really good one. It says a hydrating foundation, but I do not feel it's hydrating, but it doesn't get me oily or greasy or anything like that. This is a really good foundation. I hope they never stop making this one. It's definitely one of my faves. This is old. I don't even know if they still sell this. The Smashbox Camera Ready BB Water. Oh, I was all into this. It's super liquidy and everything like that. You have to shake it up really good. But this is nothing that I'm ever going to reach for again. It has like a little dropper thing, if I'm not mistaken, in it. Like you do it like this. Yeah. And then you drop it out. Drop the product out. Not for your girl anymore, but I was in love with this stuff. Not gonna lie. Not going to lie. This is one of Smashbox's newer foundation. It is the Smashbox Studio Skin Full Coverage 24-Hour Foundation in the shade 4.05. I like this. It is full coverage. It does not take a lot. Please don't squeeze out a lot of this because you will have a cake face if you end up putting it all on your face. But this is a really, really good foundation. I do like Studio Skin better, but this is still really good. Or I like the Studio Skin Hydrating. This is Studio Skin Full Coverage. Really, really good. And this little mini baby is Studio Skin. This is the Hydrating. This is in a shade 4.05. This is really good for travel. It's not my perfect shade, but for traveling purposes, I'm definitely going to hold on to this. This is one that I would take to the airport or anything like that in my carry-on. It's always nice to have those cute little things. Now, let's see. Pure. This is the Pure 4-in-1 Love Your Selfie in the shade DG4. This foundation came out and kind of had a whole lot of buzz because it came in 100 shades. So, you know, in the follows of Fenty Beauty with their 40 shades and then extended to 50, then all the brands. Not saying that Fenty was the first to do it, but a lot of brands jumped on board with, oh, well, I can give you 70 shades. I can give you 80 shades. Pure said, hold my soda. I'm going to give you 100 shades. So with that, it's very difficult to figure out your shade amongst 100 shades. Not gonna lie. It's even more difficult when they don't put all the shades in store. So Ulta had this foundation, but they only kept certain shades actually in store. That blows. Absolutely blows. Especially when it felt like the deeper the shade, the less likely you were to find it in store. But maybe not. Maybe it was evenly distributed. Okay, do not quote me on that one. But so what I was able to do in store amongst the shades that they had, then I was able to figure out, okay, those aren't my shades. I'm somewhere in between this and this. Then I went online and found it. And I'm not even sure if Ulta online had all 100 shades. So certain shades I think you may have had to order from Pure directly themselves. But DG4 does work for me. And this is a 4-in-1. So you're supposed to be using it as a foundation and a concealer or anything like that. So it has a pump here, I guess when you're using it as a foundation, but also when you screw it off, it has a doe foot applicator that you can use to apply like a concealer. Did I show the pump in frame? Yeah. So I'm going to keep this. I do like the formula. I don't love it. And I do feel like in a future decluttering that this might be able to go. But right now, it's a little too new to the collection. And because I enjoyed it, I'm going to keep it. Shiseido, the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation, Oil-Free SPF 30. I'm in the shade 430 Cedar. I really like this foundation. It just looks so good on the skin. I know there's some type of technology to it that, don't get me trying to explain it, but like the particles in it, they have something that attract them to each other so that they won't separate. Therefore, they don't separate on your face or fall into your fine lines or your smile lines or anything like that. So it just gives a good overall smooth finish on the skin at all times. And I really, really like this foundation. I don't really feel like I hear a lot of people talking about it, but it is really, really nice. So it definitely stays. This is another one of those things that I bought because it was on sale. Like, I can always kind of look at brands and I'm like, I didn't just pick this up on my own. They were pretty sure this was this Ulta or Sephora? I don't remember which one, but it was on a mega sale, something that you can't resist. So I picked it up from Stellar Beauty. I have the shades 522 and 520. Okay, let's talk about what I don't like about this foundation. I don't know if you can tell on camera with the lighting, but what I see when I look at these bottles is like an iridescent type, purpley type tone to these bottles. You don't actually see the shade of the foundation in here whatsoever at all. I don't understand that. When I first got these, like when I was pulling them out of the box, I was like, oh my God, the shade's way too light. And then I'm like, this isn't the foundation that I'm seeing at all. So let's see. Let's start with the darkest one, 522. I don't remember which one was my shade. Okay, that doesn't look like it. Let's see, 520. That's it. Okay. Yeah. And I've mixed these all together. But 520 is my shade in this. And I only used it once. I only used it. Can we count how many times I've dropped or knocked over a foundation in this? But so 522, which is too dark, it can go. 520 can stay. All right. Let's move right along to Tarte. Another controversial foundation. Probably more controversial than the Beauty Blender one. But this is the Sharp. This is the Tarte Shape Tape Matte Foundation. Double Duty Beauty in the shade. What is this? Tan Deep Golden. So, Shape Tape. Everybody's. It was your favorite concealer's favorite concealer. And when it came out that they were coming out with a foundation, well, the beauty community went dumb nuts and waited for it. And then it came out, and where were the shades? Where were the shades? Like, who was going to be able to use this? It was super controversial. I picked it up. That shade right here, coming across here, that is that. I don't even know if I ever used it. I think I picked it up and then, like, questioned why I even bought this foundation. I'm going to hold on to it because I really don't remember giving it a proper try. But, yeah. Dang, I have real super mixed feelings about it. I'll hold on to it, though. This is the Found Sealer. So I think they came out with these after Shape Tape Foundation came out to try to make up. But this is just a little sample. I'm trying to find a shade. The shade is Deep Honey. This expires October of 2020. I like little things like this. Like I said earlier, for traveling, it can stay. And this is the Amazonian Clay Full Coverage Foundation by Tarte, shade Deep Sand. This is really good for oily skin. It is super thick, like clay. Like, it comes out looking like clay. I don't recall how this works for me. This is gonna be one. I'm gonna create a pile of things that I want to use, like, in the next 2 weeks or so, of things that I'm on the fence about, and really just make a judgment call if it can stay or if it can go. Right now, I'm gonna hold on to it. I do feel like, because it's so thick and it's so matte, that it's one of the ones that I'm going, like, kind of with the Beauty Bakery Instabake, I'm going to need to like, really hydrate or use an oil underneath with this, because it's, let's see if I can show you guys how thick it is and how clay-like. Like, I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it's full coverage. Yeah, this will be in my next 2-week use pile. We are winding down here. This is exciting. All right. This is the Thrive Cosmetics Buildable Blur CC Cream. I have it in the shade Rich Tan. They say this is a bit, no. Okay. In the shade Rich Tan. I tried this once. I hated it. I looked oily, greasy. I looked a mess. And I was ready to toss it for forever. Taylor and niece got it. She tried it. She looked amazing. So I followed more of her skin prep with it. Things that she used before. And I looked better. I'm going to hold on to this just for a little while. I want to see if there's anything I can do to continue to make it look better on me. I want to give it a chance. I don't have anything. Well, I do have, like, the loose translucent powder by Thrive, but I got that at the same time. I didn't have any Thrive cosmetic products up until that point, and I have a mascara that I adore. It's really good, even for me with no lashes. But I'm going to hold on to this for now. Too Faced Peach Perfect Comfort Matte Foundation in the shade Mocha. Mocha is not my shade. And they extended the shade range on this. But I wasn't going to repurchase it because I just don't remember loving it that much to begin with. So this, dang, can this go? It can go. It can go. This cannot go. This is not much of a discussion. This is the Too Faced Born This Way. It's medium to full coverage. It's not a matte finish. It's more like a natural finish. I'm in the shade Butter Pecan. I'm pretty sure this is one of the shades that came along with the Jackie Aina collaboration. And I went and picked it up. And I really do like this foundation. I love the foundation, but the concealer though? Ooh, bae. Concealer is one of bae's. It stays. Last three? Oh shoot, last three. This is the Uma Beauty Say What Weightless Foundation. It's a soft matte, and I have it in the shade Bronze Venus T2C. I really like this foundation. It's a soft matte, but it also says hydrating foundation. And somehow it is all of those things. It has a beautiful finish, and I really like it. And this is another one that foundation is great. Like, it's really great. But the concealer is out of this world with Uma Beauty. If you haven't tried it, do yourself a favor. Stay Naked. This is Urban Decay's Stay Naked foundation, 24-hour wear. I have the shade 70WY, and it is not going anywhere. This is one of Urban Decay's newer foundations, and I don't know a lot of people who do not like this foundation. Like, it lasts so long on the skin. It just looks good all day. It's so good. Last one. YSL All Hours Foundation. This, it says up to 24-hour wear, flawless matte, full coverage, oil free, in the shade 8.70 Mocha. Oh, this is already expired. This said it expired in April of 2019. I don't even remember having this foundation in April of 2019, so that's interesting. While I'm a stickler on expiration dates on my food, makeup, not so much. That's not my shade. I don't have anything else from YSL, and I'm going to keep it because life. So that is all of my foundations. I will do a little count, and let's see how many I've kept and how many I've decluttered. Let's see. Okay, you guys, so this is the decluttered pile. I think I counted 36 foundations that I am decluttering over here. There are a couple laying down back there. So 36 that I decluttered, and over here are the ones that I'm keeping, and I think that was 55 because I believe there were a total of 91. Oh, wait, no, I added 2 more, so there were 93. So there's 57. 57 over here that I'm keeping, and 36 over here that I am getting rid of. So I think that was pretty good. Like, I'm pleased with that. It's a lot more than I thought. I was hoping that I didn't give you guys a declutter video and I got rid of like 3 things and kept 90-something things, because that's not much of a declutter at all. But I did way better than I thought that I was going to do, because I do have like an affinity for makeup, so it's hard for me to part with it. Like, oh my god, I can figure something out to do with it, but you know, no, let's not. Let's try to do better in 2020. So, and there are a couple things in here that are on the fence, that are like on probation. You get a little trial period, and you know, I'll kind of do a follow-up and show you what out of those that I get rid of. So that's where I'm at. Okay, so I still have my declutter pile right over here, but I kind of organized just quickly the foundations that I was keeping. Here by my full coverage and matte foundations. Here by my little travel minis that I like to keep. The two stick foundations that I kept, these are more of natural finishes. Over there, skin tints, things that are way lighter. My two powder foundations, and then these are like luminous finishes, aqua glass, things like that. So I just wanted to quickly show you. I was just kind of separating to see what I had, and that is how I decided to divide the foundations into groups. And I want to kind of store them like that, so then I know when I'm looking for a certain look, then I know exactly what I am reaching for. Please stay tuned to my channel. Turn on the notification bell because I will be doing a drugstore declutter of these foundations here. And I'm going to try to move through these a whole lot quicker than the others because it is a lot more. But if you like declutter videos, then this is one for you because there are plenty here. Some that I love, some that have been here for a while, and that they can go. So that is all that I have for today. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for making this appointment, and I will see you at the next one. Bye-bye.